Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This retrograde season, so many planets in retrograde right now. Things are getting crazy. Mars has moved into Aries right now. A lot of people are getting super duper like people are really getting very angry for little things and they just want to pick up fights with everybody. That's what I've noticed now with this transition happening. And in my last post where I did the tarot card of the day, I talked about how that day's card was the Ace of Swords, and it's about rising above the fray because everybody at this point of time when Mars is in Aries, everyone is going to be a little bit touchy. Everybody wants to sort of pick a fight, pick a quarrel. So it's really important that you stay calm, as always. Retrograde seasons are always tough, but they always teach you so much. I actually kind of like retrograde seasons. I know that's unpopular opinion, but I do because I think that you will learn so much from that time. Uh, if you just sit with yourself and if you just meditate a little bit and just get a little bit calm, you can really be the calm in the storm and see things around you with a clear eye. So today I'm going to be doing the tarot forecast for July. This is going to be very interesting because it's one of the first videos that I'm doing where I actually do a tarot forecast for the whole month. You guys said that you wanted me to do like a weekly reading, which I'm going to do soon as well. But this I wanted to start off with, especially since July is coming up. I wanted to do a forecast for the next month and just what to expect and everything that the cards are telling me. This is a beautiful deck of cards. It's the Druid Tarot deck. Isn't it beautiful, guys? I really love this deck. So I just shuffled my cards. I'm gonna take out the 13 cards that I picked out for this reading, and I'll come back. Okay, guys, so I picked out 13 cards for this reading. I'm actually getting really good messages from the cards that I've picked out. What I'll do is I'll take you through them one by one, spend a couple of minutes on each, and then tell you the overall picture that I'm getting. Just in general, I think the next month looks pretty good. There's going to be some struggles, but it's all good. So let me go through each of the cards one by one. First one is Princess of Swords. And what this is telling me is that this is like a time for you to trust your intuition. You've already learned a lot from the past, from the Venus retrograde that just happened. Now it's gone direct. So you've learned a lot from the past, and now it's time to sort of use that wisdom, that inner knowing, that inner wisdom that you've already accumulated, and use that for your future decisions, because I think that's really important. And I think that's what you guys are going to do in the month of July. It's about trusting your intuition. It's about believing in yourself. That's, I think, the most important theme that I'm seeing with this card, because so much of the time we tend to doubt ourselves. Like, we get a message from the universe, like if you are spiritually inclined and if you're seeing angel numbers around you, like repeat numbers, that's a really good sign that you are on the right track. But a lot of the times we tend to doubt ourselves. Like, if we are getting a message from the universe that something's not good for us, something's not right, we still disregard it, we still try to go against it, and that's wrong, guys. You really need to trust yourself. You really need to start believing in yourself, because that's when the real growth is going to happen. So that's the first card. The second one that I'm getting is the Star, which is awesome, which is basically telling me that whatever effort that you've put in the past, it's going to get you the benefits that you wanted. You are going to arrive at a place where you're sort of tending to your garden right now. This is the phase where you sort of take a step back and you cultivate whatever talents you have. You nurture whatever good things that are happening in your life. That is what the Star is telling me. And by doing this, you are honoring yourself, you are putting yourself first, and you are basically the star of your own life, your own universe, and you don't let other people keep you off track. So that's a really good sign. Next one that I'm seeing, the next card, is the Princess of Cups. So this is telling me that you are really trusting your intuition at this point, and at the same time, you are kind of really listening to yourself. And see, the cups are like a feminine force. So whether you are a man or a woman, whether you relate to masculine energy or feminine energy, it really doesn't matter. What this card is telling me is that you are going deeply inward, and the month of July is going to be about you listening to yourself basically, and trusting yourself, and being very in tune with your own inner guidance. That's what this card is telling me. You're going to be meditating a lot, you're going to be sitting with yourself a lot, you're going to be very very in tune with your own inner self, your inner compass, if that makes sense. The next one that I'm seeing is a fantastic card. It's the Magician. So this is a time for you to create your own universe, to create your own life. The Magician, the sorcerer, is the one who makes their own life, who creates their own destiny, who doesn't believe in the rules, who creates their own rules basically. So this is a time for alchemy, guys. The month of July is going to be one of those months where you are transforming anything negative that comes along your way, and you're transforming it into something positive into your life. So you're basically being an alchemist in your own life. You're transforming the negativity into positivity. So this card is telling me that if you are facing challenges in the month of July, it's about looking at them and flipping the script. Like I always talk about in my videos, I always talk about that in so many of my astrology videos, that it's about flipping the script. It's about looking at things from a different perspective. Like if you saw my tarot card of the day a couple of days back, it was the Hanged Man. So it's about looking at things from a different perspective. Some things may not seem right at this point, but actually they may be the best thing for you, considering the long term, the larger picture. So the Magician is telling me that you are creating your own destiny in the month of July. It will be all about you setting the rules, creating your own definition of what kind of life you want, manifestation, lots of manifestation happening, which is what the Magician does. You're creating and manifesting your own life ahead. So that's great. The next card is Three of Pentacles. So basically it's telling me that you will be putting in a lot of hard work. Just because you're trying to manifest something doesn't mean that it's going to be handed to you on a platter. You have to work for whatever you want in this life, and that's what the Three of Pentacles is telling me, that the month of July is going to be about you putting in the hard work that is necessary to get the success that you want, and at the same time a lot of people are going to be judgmental about you. Like, that's what this card is telling me. There will be some people who are jealous of you. There will be some people who may even cast the evil eye on you. But that's a whole other subject. I don't really believe in that, and I believe that whatever you believe comes true. So if you believe in the evil eye, then yeah, it's going to happen to you. But otherwise, I don't really believe in that. So but that's a topic for another day. But the Three of Pentacles is telling me that you are really going to work hard, and you're going to put in the effort, and a lot of people may give you the side eye for that. Like they may actually look at you in a weird sense. They may be jealous of the success that you're getting, or they may be very judgmental about you. Like they may be scrutinizing you a lot in the month of July. So you may have to just keep your focus on whatever you're doing and not let them derail you, because a lot of people may say a lot of things to you, like why are you putting in so much work on this, or what is even the point. Like if you have a dream that you're trying to pursue and you're putting in the work towards that, some people may not be on your side. Like they may not see what you are seeing. Like they may just say that what's the big deal, why do you need to work so hard for it. But it's important that you stay focused and that you continue to put in the hard work that you're already doing. The next card is the Fool. Okay, so a lot of people take this the wrong way, but the Fool is actually a good card, in the sense that it teaches you to not take life and everything so seriously, because a lot of the times, and also it teaches you not to be afraid of taking risks. If you look at this card, the Fool is literally about to jump off a cliff, but this person doesn't have a care in the world. So there's a saying, right? Don't be scared of everything that could go wrong. Be excited about what could go right. So, this is what this card is telling me. So, July can be the month where you actually take some risks in your life. Maybe go outside your comfort zone, do things that you've never done before. But what this is going to do is it's going to push you out of your comfort zone. It's going to give you more confidence because the thing you're going to be doing things that you've not done before. So in a sense, it's going to be like a risk for you, but at the same time, it's going to be probably the best thing that happened to you because you're going to see that this can work. And you're going to sort of learn to let go a little bit because as we've all seen, the last couple of months have not been the easiest for all of us across the globe. With everything that's happening around the world, the one thing that we probably realize now is that we really can't control things. No matter how much we try to keep things under control, to just try to keep a lid on everything, it doesn't really work out that way. Life is unpredictable. Life is full of change. So we have to really accept that into our fold. And that's what the Fool card is telling me, that, it's time to take risks. It's time to let go and to trust in the universe because if you take risks, I'm not saying that you be completely foolish about it and completely impulsive. It's about taking calculated risks. So if you can do that and then sort of let it go and not keep being so attached to it, once you let go, then the universe is going to start kicking in and giving you what you want. So that's what the Fool card is telling me. The next one is the Fairy Light. So this is a time where you are doing a lot of experimentation in your life. So July is going to be about trying out new things, trying out new adventures. There is a rainbow at the end of the tunnel during this month. This is telling me that you do have a lot of optimism about the next month, like no matter whatever has happened in the past. Things may not have gone the best way for you, but this card is telling me that right now, the next month is going to be about you trying your own way of doing things, basically putting your own spin on things. So what does that look like? So maybe you've done things a certain way for a really long time and that may not have worked for you. So this time, the next month is going to be about you trying out a different recipe for success, trying out something different that you've not done before. And it's about seeing how that plays out. So it's about giving it your own spin, maybe being a little bit impulsive, maybe being a little bit more in the flow, in the zone, not being so regimented all the time, not being so structured and conventional all the time. So it's about doing something different, and trying it out in a different way. So maybe it could be a project that you're working on. You've done it a certain way all your life, and now it's about the next month is about trying to do it in a totally different way, maybe in a more creative way, maybe in a more intuitive way. Whatever that feels for you, whatever that feels right for you, it's about doing it that way. And that's going to give you the positive results that you want, not the conventional way, not the way that everybody usually does. It's about doing things a little bit differently and tapping into your own intuition to see what works best for you. The next card is the Queen of Cups. So again, a feminine card. It's about trusting your intuition. You've put in the hard work till now. You've done everything you needed to do. The Fool card is telling me that it's time to let go. It's time to let the universe do its thing, bring you all the abundance that you want in your life. And the Queen of Cups is telling me that now that you put in the work, now that you've done the groundwork, it's basically about sitting back into your feminine mode. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or masculine mode or feminine mode. This is about being passive. So you've done the work, you've put in the groundwork, you've done everything you needed to do. Now it's about sitting back and allowing. Allowing is feminine, Going after what you want is masculine. That's why Mars is masculine. Mars is about drive. Venus or femininity is about sitting back. The moon, you see the moon here. So the moon is about feminine receptivity. It's about passivity. It's about sitting back and letting the universe do its thing. It's about attraction. It's about inward, inward force. It's not an outward directed force like Mars is. So Queen of Cups is telling me that now it's about sitting back and and it's about allowing the universe to give you what you want. So it's a receptive energy, it's a receiving energy, and it's also a time to be more intuitive, more feminine, more calm, because the moon is very calming. So it's about not being so impulsive and aggressive like a Martian masculine energy would. It's more about the feminine, softer side of yourself, which is also about being vulnerable, with yourself, not with other people necessarily. It's about being vulnerable with your own feelings, like, what you're feeling in the moment. The moon is very feminine, very feeling and cold and calm, the cooling energy. So it's about being cool and calm, it's about being receptive, it's about feminine energy, it's about being passive. And most of all, it's about sitting back and allowing the universe to give you what you've worked so hard for till now. The next card is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is telling me that once you start doing this, what the Queen of Cups told me, which is, sitting back and allowing the universe to give you what you want, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of prosperity, you're going to get a lot of prosperity in your life, you're going to get a lot of abundance in your life, and you're going to basically reap the seeds of your success, like however you want to say it. You've put in the hard work, you've done the work, now it's about reaping whatever you sowed. So that's what this card is telling me. The next card is the Wheel. Now, just because you've got success in your life in the next month, that doesn't mean you just sit back and be complacent. It's about continuing to do the hard work, laying the groundwork, doing whatever is necessary, putting your nose to the ground, like literally doing whatever is needed to be done to keep things in motion, because the gifts of abundance in the universe are going to keep coming to you only if you put in the hard work. So yes, it's about doing the hard work and then sitting back and enjoying and letting the universe give you what you want, but it's also about keep doing the hard work so that you don't become complacent, you don't stop the gifts from coming into your life. So it's about consistency. That's what the Wheel is telling me. It's about consistency. The next card is the Two of Cups. So this is about a union. So it's about the union between your masculine side and your feminine side. So for a long time, you may have been operating in one particular mode for a very long time. Like you may have been too masculine, where you're just doing, and like going after what you want with no time for relaxation, no time to enjoy life, no time for creativity. Very much in your masculine mode, or you may have been operating purely in your feminine mode, which is just about relaxing and completely letting go and just being almost lazy and just being too complacent and too soft for your own good. So this is about merging the two energies so that you strike a healthy balance where you can be assertive when you need to be assertive, aka masculine, and you can be feminine and receptive when you need to be, where it's time for you to receive gifts and abundance in the universe. So that's what this card is telling me. The next one is the Lovers. This is a good one because it tells me that the month of July tells me that you will find someone special, and this person may be the right one for you because you've already gone through that phase of struggling and going through the lessons in, love, life that the universe was trying to teach you, where you may have picked the wrong partners, you may have gone for the wrong kind of people, or you may have learned some valuable lessons. That's why I said the first card that taught me, the Princess of Swords, was about trusting your intuition now. And now that you've started trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom, you're going to subconsciously select people that are actually good for you. So the Lovers card is telling me that you will find someone special, and this person is actually going to be a good influence in your life, not somebody who takes from you, somebody who's a giver, somebody who brings you some value into your life. So that's a good thing. As always, I say, listen to your intuition, trust your intuition, look to the universe for guidance. If you're in doubt, if you're not sure of your choices, always trust the universe, look to the universe for guidance, and you will get your answer. So yes, you will find somebody special, but again, trust your judgment, trust your inner intuition always. And the last card is the Seven of Cups. This tells me that you have achieved whatever you wanted. Like you will, whatever you wanted to achieve in the month of July, you will get that, you will find success. But at the same time, you may be prone to worrying, and that can really keep you from getting all the abundant gifts that you deserve. Why? Because when you worry, you sort of put a spoke in the universe's wheel. You prevent things from coming to you. Because I like to give an example. Let's say you've ordered a package from Amazon or any of the other online sites, right? You place your order, you make the payment, and you wait for it, for the mail to come to you, right? You don't keep worrying about it, thinking whether it's going to come to me or not. Is it going to be on time? Is it delayed? The more you worry about it, somehow the law of attraction works in that way that things are going to get delayed. But if you get detached, detachment is the key here. That's what I'm trying to say. If you get detached, if you've put in all the hard work, if you're trusting in the universe, if you've done the right thing, you've done the groundwork, you've done everything you needed to do, you are going to get your success. You are going to get whatever you wanted. But if you keep worrying about it, sort of not believing in yourself, which is what I said earlier, we need to believe in ourselves. We need to believe that we've done whatever we needed to do, and now it's time to sit back and let the universe do its thing, the Queen of Cups. So, this is about receptivity. This is about allowing. This is about not worrying. The Seven of Cups tells me that you may be prone to worrying a lot. Like you have done everything you needed to do, but you're still going to sit back and worry about the results. You're going to worry about whether you're going to get what you wanted. When you worry, it's almost like you don't trust in the universe. And when you don't trust in the universe, it creates a backward loop where you don't get what you want. So that's why it's very important not to keep worrying about it, because that puts a negative spin on things. That's not going to get you what you want. What you want to do is do everything you need to do, put in all the hard work, do everything, and then detach from it, like literally detach from it. Stop thinking about it, stop worrying about it. I don't know, if you need to write it on a piece of paper and just throw that away, do that, but you really need to stop thinking about it, because that's when you're going to start getting the results. When you stop worrying about it, when you stop obsessing about it, that's when you're going to start getting the results. So that's the picture that I'm getting for July. It's pretty good, guys. It's a pretty good sign that I'm getting overall. And basically what this is telling me is it's about trusting yourself, it's about trusting your intuition, it's about leaning and learning from whatever we've learned from the past. Everybody that comes into our life is either a lesson, or they are there to love us and be there in our life. So whatever it is, don't discount anything in your life, whether it's a good experience or bad experience. It's all there to teach you something. So whatever has happened in your life, use that wisdom to move forward. And like I said, this is about trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, believing in yourself. And if you do all that, good things are going to come to you in the month of July. You're going to probably find somebody special, and it's a positive message that I'm getting from all these cards. So guys, that's the forecast for the month of July. I'm going to be starting the weekly forecast very soon, so stay tuned for that. If you like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. If you want to contact me for a tarot card reading, the links are below. You can check out my Facebook store. I've got details on each of the kind of tarot card readings I do. I do single card pullouts, I do 3 card, 7 card, 13 card readings as well. So whichever variety you want, you can just click on that on the link below and DM me saying which one you'd like. So guys, that's my take on the tarot reading for today, for this month of July. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please click on the red subscribe button, and you can also click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that whenever I post a new video, you get a notification in your inbox. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Bye, namaste, and see you in my next video. Bye.